Happy hunting.
Hunt me.
I am the hunted one.
I'm hunting most things.
Let us hunt something.
You can hunt.
Long have you hunted me?
You're being hunted.
Welcome back to another top 10 for the 6th of October 2018 on the platform steemhunt.com. These are my curated top 10 hunts for today. The first one is the Sarios desalination. Desalination.com. Jesus, I can't say that this morning. Anybody think I've been on the beer or like drinking last night? But I can assure you it's not the case. We turn waves into drinking water. Okay, you have my utmost attention. Help create clean drinking water using only wave energy. Now this makes a hell of a lot of sense, because to do desalination, which I think Vegas has got the biggest one in the world actually, it's like a plant to take out the bad salts and stuff that's in water to make it drinkable. The biggest problem with those kind of things is that they use a hell of a lot of energy to do that process, more than it's worth actually converting the water. I think maybe we've made that more efficient. Maybe it's a little bit like the solar situation where we're making that more efficient using perovsky. I can't even pronounce that either, but we found a new mineral that we can make the solar panels out of them to make them super efficient. I think it's somewhere up to 50% more efficient, or 50%. I think they're down to like 30% efficiency. This does something which I find incredibly interesting, because it's an unlimited renewable resource, which is wave power. Well, at least until we have the moon, and then if the moon disappears, then we don't have wave power, and then these all fail, and then we would have relied on them for water, and then we kind of screwed ourselves. Couldn't do anything about it. Anyway, while the waves are still moving, 233 million people in coastal areas lack access to fresh water. Coastal and islands areas facing water scarcity traditionally have two options: either use desalination or shipping water from elsewhere. Current efforts trend towards large centralized plants. Aside from the potentially harmful environmental impacts, these solutions require massive amounts of electricity, like I said, and or fossil fuels. So this is interesting, because it's like using a resource which is just there anyway. I can see ourselves in a situation where we have like lots of these globes around the world. You can make a bloody good story actually, like a little bit like the road, but just call it the sea, where it's somebody trying to navigate from one landmass to another landmass by going to this. I guess it's Waterworld 2018, isn't it? I wonder if they'll ever make a remake of Waterworld. Either way, this is a cool technology. No fossil fuels or electricity, simple distributed system, expands the water source. Be interested to know how long it takes for these units to do that. I presume the water actually is a condensation thing. I'm not sure if it's water pulled out of the water itself and then treated. I'm not sure how that actually works. I'll have to probably watch the video to do that. But how much clean water can it produce? 3,500 gallons a day per system. That's insane. That's a cool little system. I would love to see one of these. Like, if you live somewhere coastal, maybe even in a city like Amsterdam, imagine having a houseboat and on one of these things next to you. You've got pretty much a water supply on tap. That wasn't meant to be a pun, by the way. 3D Systems Sense is next. Take your world from physical to digital with 3D scanning. Transform the way you work with the best in class Sense 3D scanner. It's kind of interesting how all these little scanners started off, because it was kind of the Microsoft Kinect, right? They kind of found a way to reverse that. So instead of it scanning for you moving, they kind of they took the data of you moving and kind of laid that up in kind of an IR, infrared kind of distance. And now we've got these kind of newer devices. This thing is cool. It's like super portable as well. Transform the way you work with best in class. Fast, easy, portable, practical. Sense offers full color 3D scanning. That's crazy. The Sense 2 is a handheld short-range 3D scanner of full HD color, speeding up the data acquisition by 60%. It's crazy. Like, literally, you can just scan your things in your environment and then import them into your machine, and off you go. You have like a 3D model. This is certainly going to be interesting moving forward with VR and AR, and then being able to bring in characters and avatars inside of games and that kind of photorealism. I know that we've got like graphics cards now, the RTX 20 series. They have like ray tracing. Ray tracing has been around for a hell of a long time. You just couldn't do it very fast or in real time. So being able to add kind of ocular lighting to make it look like reflections have like a proper real world surface to them. VR is going to be insane this year coming 2019, with those graphics cards, with these things that you can scan in environmental things around you, and then maybe have AI to improve those 3D scans based on like a photo library set. Some cool stuff. Next up is the first 3D house printed with earth and rice that I saw. First 3D printed house with earth. So whether did they do this? Also like the research conducted in 3D printing field. Now I've seen 3D printers before. I've seen these like 3D house concrete printers. What really appealed to me for this one was they did it with the natural waste materials, which if you're going to improve or build on sustainability, ideally you want to be using the byproduct of an existing function, right? So this one, what's interesting about it, this one paid particular attention to the use of natural waste materials coming from the rice production chain and oriented to the construction of particularly efficient masonry from a bioclimatic and healthy point of view. I absolutely love this 3D printer model, this kind of frame that kind of spins around and layers up this like concrete. It just makes you completely think about what it is to have a home, you know, in terms of powering it. Would you put solar panels on top of this? Security, like somebody like dig through that wall like different from a brick wall. I absolutely love the innovation of it. If there's one thing that I wish I could have done, it would have been something to do with architecture, because I never really knew it in my 20s, but definitely in my 40s and 50s I'm absolutely blown away and stunned by architects these days. From the realization of Gaia, rice house supplied with the vegetable fibers through which Wasp has delivered a compound composed of 25% of soil taken from the site, 30% clay, 40% silt, 30% sand, 40% from straw, chopped rice, 25% rice husk, and 10% hydraulic lime. The mixture has been mixed through the use of a muller, able to make the mixture homogeneous and workable. I mean, it looks pretty damn solid to me. It looks kind of warm, you know? And then they've got like this 3D printer, which is like this grid that sits above it. It's fascinating, incredible. Next up, Coolest. Now you might remember these guys. These were the guys who did a Kickstarter, I think probably the second largest Kickstarter in history. And you know, like everybody wanted it. It had like a battery on it, had like a blender on it. It was just the most OP cooler that you can get out there, right? And everybody ordered one, and they like millions and millions of pounds, millions of dollars. That thing at the bottom there, the orange thing, that was the coolest. The biggest problem they had though is that they didn't really take into the effect that they would have to ship them. So they went back to their customers and said, we made a bit of a mistake, we need extra money to be able to actually get them to you. And then that started a big problem, big cascade effect. But it looks like they've resolved that, and you know, they're in a perfect position now. Obviously learned a lot from that original one about how can we get like our name, how can we get Coolest out there so it's on everything that we see, because obviously a cooler, you're probably only going to use it in summertime because it's got like the machine on the top of it. So they've built one for like easy access for like biking. You can carry this, put it on your back, but also put it on your bike. So it's super multifunctional for any kind of around the year. But they've also put a bunch of features on it which make it really stand out, which I think is very smart actually. So one of the ones is they've got these like food grade plates and knives and forks and everything that all sit in the top. They've really designed it really well. Dual bottle openers, magnetic accessory strap, flip lock magnetic latch, easy carry handles and strap. And this thing, more than anything, the universal mount here just above my head, the ability to put it onto a fence or a tree or a boat rail. You know, I think that's really smart. Like, it just makes it more universal as a useful bag. Like a cooler bag that you can put on there to insulate all your food and everything. So they've obviously taken feedback from their original model and people said, can you make it like a more portable one instead of this big heavy unit that we would probably use just in summer? I want to use some all year round. And because they built up that big community, even though they probably had a lot of people really annoyed and wanted their money back, they've got an instant audience to sell products to. I think that's a really powerful point about doing Kickstarters, doing fundraising. Next up is Voxgun. Make videos that speak for you. Voxgun enables anyone to create videos with professional voice-over narration. Definitely going to be checking this out. We had something similar to this yesterday for Instagram stories, and as Dale does voiceover and I do voiceover stuff, getting a developer to help build something out for us like this, where we can design those scenes, but then adding that voiceover over the top of it from professional voice actors. If we just get literally jobs coming in from people going to this website, then we can advertise this on Product Hunt, on steemhunt, on some of the websites that are coming out from steemhunt next year. I'll probably use some hunt tokens to actually realize some of these projects, and then you've got a little niche business. I mean, this is such a clever idea. Very simple website, very simple step through, and people just come along and this one looks free, no subscriptions, lifetime license, starting from 0, preview before you pay. I'm definitely going to look into this and see how much they're charging, because whatever they're charging, me and Dale can do it half the price for sure. Next up is All Go, the carbon fiber electric bike. Electric bikes have really moved on in the last year, from the little Bosch cranks to the smaller battery packs but longer life, better technology in that, more connected together. Instead of having little gammy sensors that just hang underneath, like where the pedal's going to notice how fast you're pedaling, so it can send messages back to the sensor through the sensor to the hub to tell it how much power to activate. Now that's all integrated into the hub, which makes for a more effective delivery of power, instead of having that jerk effect that you have on the old school electric bikes, as it kind of didn't know that you wanted to go. It's kind of, I'm presuming this will be more smoother. And now on top of that, you can get complete frames that are carbon fiber, which for me is a game changer, because the biggest issue with electric bikes is when you run out of power, they're not like a normal bike, or they didn't used to be. Because they were so heavy, you didn't mind the weight when you had electric assistance. But when the electric power runs out, getting an electric bike home when you've got 5 miles to go and you've got to pedal it, nightmare, because they're not designed for riding. So anything that lightens that and actually makes it more like a mountain bike again, even if I run out of power, then I can still get it home without literally dying. Last for today, Augmenta, boost yield, enhance quality and reduce input spend. This was a great one from Geek Girl. I noticed, posted this. It's a little AI box that sits above the tractor, and it can kind of scan your yield in front of you. It uses, I presume, a bunch of different technologies to be able to scan the quality of the fields in front of you, and it kind of sees them, if you like. Beautiful website, absolutely beautiful website. They're saying yield production up by 12%, fertilizer saving, quality improvements, real-time, efficient, reliable, farmer-tailored, price, operate, comfort. Now, you remove the farmer element from this and make that tractor completely autonomous, and you've got this on the top of there. You have the intro to Interstellar, the film. You just have electronic farming that goes around checking the yield. We've already got enhancements in yield production with not oats, with wheat. We're already improving the reliability and the I can't think of the word, but I'm going to say defiance of wheat not to be affected by poor water supply or soil quality. So we're really starting to see the script of Interstellar play out. Next up is Steam Dell, from a new Steemian that I'd seen, Eco somebody, I can't think of his name, I do apologise. I can't remember every single person who's hunted, but I do remember seeing him in the list. I think he's a new hunter here, so welcome. Steam Dell, easy delegation, the easiest way to delegate SP. Put in the Steam account, delegating to, put in the Steam pound, then submit. I presume then it goes off to Steam Connect. Don't use any Steam website that doesn't have Steam Connect. Double check the URL as well. Obviously, I don't know who this person is. Probably well respected in his little community. I'm not sure who Jack Miller is, even though he's a witness. I'm not sure who he is or what he does. But this looks like a very simple form for people who've been wanting to delegate to one thing to another. I'm a little bit confused by it all. Filling in the fields. Just make sure that when you hit submit on any Steam activated site that it goes to Steam Connect, and the URL at the top is, I think it's v2steamconnect.com right now as of October 2018, but double check by going to steamconnect.com. You can adjust all of your different accesses and things in there as well. Last two today, I just love the name of this. It's the only reason why I put it forward was nice, very nice. I can imagine somebody sending a job to somebody, and they're either on video chat or an email says, yeah, nice, very nice. They do, it's kind of cool, a little creative agency in California. They do these little packs, little widgets, UI gradients, marketplace website. They've basically crafted themselves a website to onboard people for work, but also at the same time building residuals of things that they've probably worked on a lot for clients, and they've thought, why don't we just package it up and sell it? And just a really nice way of making a little bit of residual income. You know, you're already building these like e-commerce templates or social media templates. Why not just package them up and sell them to people who are wanting to do them themselves? Easy little business, really. Just runs 24/7. Finally today, the Misfit range. We've listed Misfit stuff before. I think I've even put stuff up. They're kind of an interesting company because they're kind of on the periphery, but they probably have better technology than Fitbit and some of the other ones. But they don't seem to get as much kudos, which is beyond me, because I think that they came from kind of a maker space background. And Misfit makes some great stuff. You really can't go wrong for a fitness tracker called the Misfit Flare for $10. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're going bankrupt or if like they're just getting rid of old stocks. They've got new stuff that they're building, but this was originally $60, $10. You cannot go wrong from a piece of hardware from Misfit for that price, right? It does say out of stock on this particular one, but it says all fitness trackers for $9.99 during our anniversary sale, right? But if you scroll down, they've got a whole bunch of them down here. Even their Vapor smartwatch, if you still want a smartwatch, you can get the Misfit Ray Galaxy with black sport band, a little tracker for $10. Like, you cannot go wrong to track your health for $10. It's got Bluetooth 4.1 on it, so the cell battery lasts for 4 months. You can't do that with a Fitbit. Fitbit would be like, the battery will be dead in a week. So if you definitely want to track your health or fitness and you don't want to worry about it, you're not a battery kind of changing person, you don't remember these things, do check out these guys, because they make really, really good technology. That's it for my top 10 today. I hope that was useful. I know I went a bit more in depth with stuff today, like 17 minutes in. I don't know why I'm on this page. That's not the page I want to be on. I want to be on this one. This is what the site looks like as of October 2018. All the hunts on the right hand side. When you click through from those hunts on the right hand side, there can be hundreds of them a day. Appears on the left hand side. The white button takes you through to the hunt, but you can read up about it. People put images and videos in there, and they also put tags on the bottom. If you want to add your own, you just click on the plus button, top right hand corner. You'll notice as well, when you're filling out this form, people have been saying, oh, I didn't know what the guidelines were. You see that little link on the right hand side above the title that says guidelines, right? You can click on that, takes you through to the GitHub page where you can get all the guidelines of what is accepted. If you nail that, then you'll just get verified and go straight through, and then people can comment and upvote on it instead of getting delisted. I know it feels like the worst thing in the world to get delisted, so do double check those guidelines. If you have any questions, go to the Discord channel. There is a questions channel and ask in there, and I'm sure somebody will help you. We have a community manager called JPlayCo at JPlayCo if you want to message him in the questions channel, and he'll deal with all your queries. Put a title, subtitle, up to 1,000 characters of text, up to a 5 meg GIF file. Suggest using images instead of GIFs, but you can make it stand out if it's something you really want people to see. Put some tags in there, click on post, it goes to the Steam blockchain, but it also goes onto the steemhunt website for a day, 24 hours, where it'll be commented and upvoted, and hopefully you will get a upvote at the end of the day, which is 12 o'clock midnight South Korean time, which is about 4 p.m. GMT in the UK, and then it'll cycle around again. We have another day, so every day come along, post something new, and you'll probably get an upvote and a nice little Steam edition for doing so. That's it for me today. I'll catch up with you soon. Take care.
Prepare the path of a steam.
Smell of steam.
Stomnassie, wat is een stomnassie? Stoommachine.
Why shouldn't a guy let off a little steam?
The